Fact, 90% of your website visitors are not ready to buy right now. So what do you do with this audience? How do you turn this audience into buyers? If you're looking for the answer to this question, you're in the right spot. In this video, we are going over our proven strategy on how to turn your audience into buyers. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Liquid Digital Marketing Podcast. Today, we are talking about turning your audience into buyers. All right, so how you are going to do this is with marketing automation, and that is really the main thing we are going to be talking about today. So what the hell is marketing automation, and how are you going to use it and leverage this to turn your audience into buyers? So marketing automation is basically where you set a sequence of events based off of someone's actions. So for example, and this is the strategy right here. If someone were to download something, then your marketing automation would capture their information, send it to them, a day later send them something else, a day later send them something else, and this is all automated, right? And it's continuing to do the things you want to be done automatically without you having to manually do it. And the benefit of having this marketing automation is it's going to create this control of consistency, and you can control the messaging, and it's not different every time, and you can test what's working and what's not working, and you have this control over it, right? So it's marketing automation that you can control and get this get results from it, the same results, and it's actually a really great tool. We have been using it in our business for years, and it's really one of the things we implement in all of our clients' businesses, and it really helps leverage taking your business to the next level. So, okay, how are you going to implement this? Let's first start off with the whole strategy. So the strategy is the use of lead magnets or gated content. So basically what this is you have a lead magnet, which is a PDF or a checklist or access to something of value. So a lot of times they are a guide or a how-tos or a quick win, right? A lead magnet should be something that's really easy for someone to understand what it is and to consume and to get a quick win from. So we like checklists. So one of our top ones is a website makeover checklist, which actually, if you're interested in that, we have a link to it in our description here. You can download it and see what we're talking about. So basically what happens is you have on your website this page that talks about the benefits of this lead magnet along with a form, right? And then they fill out the form. The form basically consists of their first name and their email address. Once they hit submit on this form, then basically the marketing automation takes over, and it takes their email address and then sends them the download. Once they get the download, then they have what the transaction's made, right? They have what they wanted. Now what you can do is send them a follow-up email with maybe your story or how you have helped others or an introduction. So the whole goal of this is to build that trust and to get to know one another, right? So that is what this is. And it's really email marketing, but it's through marketing automation. So that is the lead magnet. And we'll go into more in depth on lead magnets and how to create the perfect lead magnet. So one quick tip with your lead magnet is it should go with your main offer. So we'll get to some of those tips in a minute. Let's talk about the lead nurturing. So when it comes to lead nurturing, what we're talking about is basically you want people to know, like, and trust you, right? So the goal is when they first come to download this thing, they don't know anything about you. So we're going to do this through a series of emails. Now, the big thing is we don't want to be spammy, right? What we don't want to do is just start selling and start talking about us. And what we want to do is provide value. Think about it through the lens of your customer, like the person that downloaded it. What do they want to know? What do they want to see? What do they need to believe in order for them to feel that your solutions or your product or services are the solutions to their problems, right? So one of the things they need to know is who you are, what you do, and why you do it, and some of the benefits and what makes you different, and to get to know, like, and trust you. So this is what you're going to be doing in your series of emails. I typically like to do at least 3 emails. The first one being sending them the item they downloaded. The second one being usually like a story, like a little bit extension of who you are, an introduction that ties to them. And then the third one, this is the best one, is a surprise value add, something they weren't expecting. So give them more value, give them another freebie, give them another thing that they're like, oh, wow, this guy's just giving me more information. Okay, so that's the lead nurturing, right? And then at the end of it all, you're asking them to sign up, and basically it's not even really an ask, it's an invitation. Like, so just you're inviting them to schedule a download, right? Because now it makes sense. Okay, so what are some of these tools that you can use to make this happen? So the one we use used to be called Autopilot. They recently changed their name to Ortoro. It's great automation. It's super easy to use. It has a lot of AI built into it. It connects with a lot of the platforms. One of the benefits I really like about it is the way it captures the person's information. So a lot of times with these systems, you have to create forms, and these forms then have to be embedded onto your website, and you have to use their forms. With Otoro, you can just have your form and connect it, and it just sees all the fields on your form and takes that information. Okay, so that's that one. Some other popular ones are ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, Klaviyo, Keep, HubSpot. So there's a bazillion out there. Those are just some top ones that I would recommend checking out. They all pretty much have some level of pay. Sometimes there's some free stuff in there. So those are the tools you want to use. And here's some just quick tips on making this work better for you. Like I said earlier, you really want to think through your customer's journey. Like what would you want to hear if you were them? Right? So don't think about the sale. Think about like what do they need to hear to know, like, and trust you? What really is important to them besides the sell. Okay. Your lead magnet should go with your main offer. So if you are let's say a social media coach, or a branding coach, you probably don't want a lead magnet on, how to do your taxes, or the 5 things to watch out for in your business taxes, right? Like, it's totally off base. Now, maybe your audience is interested in that, but that doesn't tie into what you offer, your main offer. So for us, a great example is we have a website checklist. Well, we do web design. So we have this website checklist, and then it goes into more of a website makeover, which is a whole freebie course thing that it's all 100% they get. And then it moves into like, hey, we can help you with your website. Okay, so that's an example. So your nurture sequence also should not be spam. You should not be spamming them. The whole goal is for the person to know, like, and trust you. And always don't forget that the first email should be the free download. And that's it, just the free download. A lot of times people forget that part. And the call to action on your form should be something like, where should we send your free download? So it's more of instead of hey, give me your email address and I'll give you this, it's more of hey, where can we send this to you? We need this information so we know how to send it to you. So that's kind of a better call to action. All right, so there you go. Implementing this system into your website is going to start turning this audience of people into buyers. So look, I want to invite you to our free Facebook group. It's called Motivated Business Owners, and it's full of like-minded business owners. And basically, we take these topics and we dive deeper into it. We're there to help and support you, and it's really a place for us to connect one-on-one outside of this podcast. So go check it out. I'd love to see you there, and we'll see you in the next episode.